Hello everyone, and welcome to another evening of streaming. I don't know how long I plan on doing this tonight. I might switch to Minecraft later. Also, I think I'll probably be preparing dinner soon. Now, last night I was trying to rendezvous with a Kerbal that needed rescuing, and I quickly realized I forgot how to do rendezvous, and it's not going all that well, and just when I think I finally had the hang of it, the game crashed. So let's see if I can get this done without running into additional issues. Let's see the status of our ship. Hopefully it hasn't missed our rendezvous. Rescue 1. Let's just go right out there and fly immediately, and we'll figure things out once we get there. Let's see where our target is. I need to set our target. Sure, it's still set. Okay. We're set to encounter our target very soon. Trying to maneuver the thrust vector towards the target. Hope I have enough monoprop for this. Looks like I may. Getting close. Point 1 at the closest. I can actually see the other craft, at least I did for a second. It's 4 kilometers away. And now we're going to be 1.6 kilometers in a couple minutes. And yes, I think I'm actually remembering how to do this. I just have to watch my monopropellant getting dangerously low. Especially since I turned off reaction wheels for maneuvering. So I've got to be careful here. Stay pointed up here. Almost. And now in 2 minutes and 28 seconds we should be almost right on top of each other. And our relative speed will be only 20 meters a second off. Let's see if we can fix that. Get low. Okay, the only problem is that it will bring us back into the atmosphere very shortly, which is not necessarily a problem, as long as we don't mind entering. Okay. So... No! No, it did it again! For some reason, when it loaded other craft, it crashed. This is just goodness. This is incredibly frustrating. I'll have to switch to the other craft and make sure it's going to load correctly first. Hopefully the game will load faster now that it's loaded this time, because I had to wait quite a while for. Alright, I will mute the microphone now. I will step away. I'll get I try to figure this out. Okay, hopefully they're going to have enough. Oh yes, they do. A target. Right in the air. Hey. And we're heading right towards it now. Speed up a bit. No! 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 No, I zoomed by. Wasn't watching my target speed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. 12 meters a second. Closing in. We can do this. We can do this. Plenty of atmosphere, water, electric charge. Auto propellant. This is going good. We got this. We got this. Okay, in a moment I have to get up because my puppy just took my peanuts. I had a bottle of peanuts that I was chewing on occasionally, and she took off with it and decided to make it into a chew toy. Just take it nice and easy. We don't want to go fast. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Up, we're going away. On the side. take. Not that much. Stop acting stupid. Oh boy, why is my character... Oh. I'm bored. Right. Good to go. Let's see what his status is. It's cramped, and comfort is poor. Should be much better. Okay, let us save this. Forget which button is quick save. I don't save by mistake. Quick load instead. It what I think is quick save, F5. And that's quick save. Good, okay. Now I know for the future. Pause this for a moment, and I'm check on. I don't think anyone's watching right now. Oh, right, I am back. Let's see what our current trajectory is. Where are we? Right here. And I need to bring up our periapsis a bit, because our periapsis is low, so... Okay, we will have slight re-entry. It's fine. Don't have to worry about the slight re-entry going on. Couple things we want to do while we're here. Yay. Sure we have an EPA report. And a crew report. That open, we're going to take Mystery Group. Okay. Now, I think we'll take the next mystery goo reading when we're in the atmosphere. I mean, in the water. Now, look for a spot to set down close. And let's bring our apoapsis down. I want to bring it to at least 40,000. But we don't want to go more than, say, 20,000. Let's see, I'm not quite... Hello to Dan. How are you doing? Yes, I do have Discord technically. I don't have a Discord server, though. I do have the program installed, but I don't have anything set up for Discord. I'm sorry. Twitch is my main stream that I do. That's where I got things like loyalty programs, loyalty points and stuff like that set up. I think I should just make sure that I'm through this first. Before I get out of the end. Okay, I will take a note of it. I'm not going to do it at the moment since I'm in the middle of playing and also trying to eat dinner at the same time. But I will definitely put that as a note aside, and perhaps I'll check it out later. So, how are you doing this evening, Dan? Get back out of the atmosphere so I can speed this up. I'm doing alright. A little unusually cold for me where I'm living. I live in South Florida where it's usually very hot, and right now about 60 degrees inside the house. Oh, what was that? What happened? Zabubba. Now following me. Okay, thank you, Zabubba. How are you doing, Zabubba? Or, no, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Zebuda. As I was saying, I'm in South Florida, so it's normally quite warm, so it's an unusual feeling this cooler weather we're having at the moment. It's not cold. I do like cooler weather. Just saying that it's unusual. This close to where KSP will be. Whoops. And oh, you're in Tampa. Yeah, it is going to be a few degrees colder in Tampa than it is here in South Florida. Since you will know better than others, I am in Palm Beach County, not too far from Broward County. So it's still not too bad. Though it was supposed to be 43 degrees last night, 38 with wind chill factor. Add a maneuver note, and then fast. Actually, four of those satellites were launched in one launch. If you check my 6-hour stream, I know that's a long way, but you can scroll through it to see the parts that you're interested in. If you check my 6-hour stream, you will see that there was actually quite a few that were launched all at one time, and then the other one. What happened? Oh, the pop-up kit. No! Hold on. Let me get this maneuver done first. I launched the 4 in one. Actually, type. Since you're on Twitch, you can use commands. Type ! mod list, and it'll give you information about the mods I use in Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program. But the previous 6-hour stream that I had, I launched 4 of them in a polar orbit for communications. And then I made a second launch where I launched several in an equatorial orbit to fill in the spots that I left. Let's see, what is my periapsis? And then, of course, we have the rescue vehicle and also one test launch. I mean, I used to play this game all the time and do quite well at it, but I kind of fell out of practice. And I can't see what my periapsis is, but it looks like, according to trajectories, that I'm going to come in pretty close to where I want to. Now, I'm going to have to... Oh boy. Should have done this before. I'm going to have to do this quickly before I enter the atmosphere too much. Can I reach it? No, I don't want to restore. I want to get the data. Why is it not letting me get it? Get it. Is it only scientists that can get data? I thought anybody can retrieve the data from... Oh boy. EPA is not working. EPA is not working. I'm going to kill a Kerbal. I'm going to kill a Kerbal. I'm about to kill a Kerbal. No, get over there. Okay, we'll forget about that science. We just need to get this Kerbal back to safety. Come on. No, 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 you gotta get there before we get back in the atmosphere completely. Okay. For some reason I could not pull the data out of the mystery goo container. It's been a long time since I went to another planet. Not target orbit. There we go. The last time I went to another planet was in another game a while back, and I had, if I remember correctly, we were playing at 2 times the normal solar system size, and I launched to Duna, landed a manned craft, and then took off again and returned back to Kerbal Space Kerbal. I think I crashed though at the very end though when returning to Kerbal. Kind of like NASA. It's like we don't lose anybody but in space, but once we get home, they may not make it. Let me go ask my friend on Steam if he remembers what size we were using. Did Duna challenge? What size? Scale were we using? I think it was only 2 times, but it might have been 6.4. Okay, he says he thinks it was stock, but I remember we had enormous rockets, so I don't know. And I actually aero-braked on Duna. I had a large, had a heat shield in the front of my craft, and I aero-braked on the planet to slow down to help with the obtaining orbit around Duna. But in this recent install, which I just installed not too long ago, after a long hiatus from Kerbal Space Program, Minmus is about the only thing that I've been to so far. Even then, I didn't land a manned mission yet. I do like unmanned, and I haven't entered reusable yet, but I do like doing reusable. At least with parachutes, though, that is a little bit cheaty to do parachutes alone in my mind. But yes, I do like to do have stages that are reusable, but not reusable as my friend Kavorsk does, which is where he will actually land the rocket in the front yard of the space station, I mean of the Space Center, and then try to load something new on top of it before launching. Let's see, where am I about to land? Okay, so I am landing way, way short of the KSP. Oh well. That's okay. You have a good night too, Zabuda. Okay, now let's speed this up so we're not waiting forever for this to land. Oh, apparently with Kerbalism you automatically take the sample from the sensor and put it in the cab because I have the mystery goo right there. Okay. I thought I had to physically retrieve it. Looks like I have 2 viewers on Twitch, and the person who was watching on YouTube is no longer watching. Dan. A browser from what? It's watching. Ah, it's Jesse. Hello, Jesse. How are you? Thought you could sneak in without me seeing, huh? Oh no, that doesn't work. I see everything. How are you doing, Jesse? Hey, touch down in just a moment. We'll have this Kerbal rescue. What's his name? RG Kermit. Alright. Let's recover this vessel. I have not played any racing games in a long time, and I never had a wheel to do it. What do you mean you're not feeling it? You mean you don't seem to be in the mood for the racing? Let's see. Earn 13 science. That's always good to get science. Alright, 66,000 funds. And 6. Oh, and we got some more. 1,000, so on. Always good to get extra funds, especially since we need to upgrade this research and development. Continue doing more research. Oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. It is so frustrating when you lose progress in a game. Okay, what do we have active? We have conduct a low resolution scan, which we're currently doing and almost done with. Conduct surveys, urban near zone 4L and just one week. We have one left to do that I apparently didn't do. Okay. And explore Minmus, and we're still a few days out. What else is available to do? can easily accomplish this one while doing a different task. Not sure I want to build a station around Mimus at the moment. Do I still have my science rover on the surface? I thought I recovered it. Those are up in the air. There's no way I'm taking those. Go see. My rover is still out there. My rover is not, so they gave me a mission that's actually someplace where I can't easily do. Let's go back. Let's see. Wants me to put a rocket satellite 11 million kilometers out. Sorry, 11 million meters out. Has to be able to generate power and have a materials bay. You want me to get a materials bay out to 11 kilometers? I mean, 11 million meters. That, I'm not sure if I can do with the technology that I have. At least not easily. But I can conduct a low-resolution scan of Mimus and the moon. And we'll do. Let's go for the moon. And once we get this rocket up in the air, I think I will play a bit with some, what do you call it? I think I'm going to play with some planes a bit. I got a joystick here I can plug in and make it a little easier to control the planes. Let's see. Here is the AltScan 1. Don't need so much fuel in this second stage. Oh. Let's see. 850 to get out there. I'm going to need another 200 to stop. This could be about 1,050. I don't have that. Oh, I do. Just barely. Is monopropelled, so we're going to have to add some additional tanks. Make sure we have monopropelled. Little itty bitty. Itty bitty. Maybe I should pump them up higher? Yeah, I could higher. Oh, but they'll start to flip then. I swear, my dog thinks it's a cat. Especially to the point that when I'm on the computer, he has to try to climb on my lap. I'm playing on the Stop, dog. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Okay, what was I doing? Got me getting what I was doing. Let's see. Have red light instead. Yes, I will eventually do planes. I want to finish what I'm doing here with this rocket, and then I will try out some planes or jets or however you want to look at it. I knew that would pick your ears up, pique your interest. See, I know you like planes since KSP. And let's see, we longer range as well. Oh, so you like playing with BD Armory for the various weapons and radar and all that stuff. I played around with it a little bit, but I didn't find that interesting. I found that armed assaults and stuff like that were better for combat simulation than was Kerbal Space Program. But I can understand the appeal. This one. Build ships and planes to fight ships and land vehicles. Okay. Check my action groups, what I have. Antennas. Speed. Long range. And that will be good. And we'll say this is altimeter scan 2. Sent to the mid. You may have noticed that I have a counter on the stream, so we can keep track of how many Kerbals I kill, as well as how many failures I make punches and landings and stuff like that. And so I can just quickly type a command in the chat and it'll increase the count. You may have seen that I'm trying. It's not exactly working very well, but I'm trying to make somewhat realistic looking rockets. So they have a more realistic real-world appearance. First couple rockets I was trying to build, they were coming out real short and squat, and, you know, the Kerbal look. But I'm trying to make them longer and thinner. I know, it's still kind of short compared to a real-world rocket. At least it does have the sleek look and has the fairings. I'm not launching a satellite all by itself without fairings. Hey! We're going to launch. 3, 2, 1. It was activating the navigation lights so that they're blinking. Even though they're under the fairing, still they'll be ready when you get rid of the fairing. I have used some solid rocket boosters for some of my other launches, like the rescue pod and stuff like that, but this one's had just enough thrust for takeoff. Yeah, I would have been more comfortable if it had more oomph when it was launching, but it was enough to get the job done. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a successful launch. Cross his fingers. And my launches have been very inefficiently, so I'm hoping to get this quite not certain. I think 20,000 at 45 degrees is where I'm aiming. If I remember. Tomorrow is Friday, Friday, Friday. Don't worry, I won't keep singing that. That was, I don't know, maybe you like the song, but I thought that was such a terrible song. Keep on forgetting to add Kerbal Engineer to my designs. Oh boy. Turn the throttle down a bit. Getting a lot of atmospheric heating. Set that to 60. Alright. Full throttle again. Oh, damn. I didn't realize the circuit was already at my target apoapsis already. Okay. Extend my antennas. Add new. Add apoapsis. Amount of delta V. That's very inefficient. Wow. Circularization requires 526 delta V. That's bad. Very, very bad circularization. Okay. Drift to a destination. something. Trying to conserve monoprop as much as possible since it's our fuel and our maneuver. I just missed a message from a friend. He was saying that RCF they had sounds stock. You know that they added RCS sounds to the stock game? Don't have to use a mod anymore to get RCS sounds. Okay, ourselves circularized in just a moment. Oh, the sunrises were so beautiful when I had a bunch of the graphics mods installed. You know, a bunch of things like post-processing, scatterer, and visual mods and everything. It was so beautiful. But the thing is, it slowed things down a lot, so installed it. Nonetheless, it was beautiful. I'm sorry to hear that you've been forgetting a lot of stuff lately. I'm not asking as for you to answer, because it's personal information, so I don't want you to answer the question. But if you're taking any type of psych meds, many people question whether taking psych meds interferes with your ability to think. And a lot of people that wind up starting to take psych meds for depression, bipolar, or whatever, will wind up having a great deal of difficulty with concentration or remembering later. Right, add maneuver, 50. Here we go, look at that. Add an encounter, just like that. Since we're going to be doing a scan, let's see if we... got a bit of shift. Trying to get it be a little bit more. There we go. That's a lot better. We can fix that better. Well, if you're smoking pot, that can sometimes do it too, so hopefully you're not doing that. I personally feel that when people use pot in small amounts, as in not heavy amounts at one time, and not frequently, that it's not so bad. But of course, it's whether it's legal or not, and if you're legitimate age, you know, should be an adult before choice. But I've noticed people that smoke weed a lot do tend to have problems with their concentration or stuff. In 24 minutes, we have a burn. Burn, baby, burn. Set our arm. Why don't you should probably stick with this and do this one because it's close enough. Oh, excuse me. It's close enough that make more sense to just stick around. Make sure that we're getting. Yes, we're getting light. Oh, before circularized, I forgot to get rid of the second stage. Again, another second stage sitting in the atmosphere. Ugh. Keep on forgetting to get rid of these second stages. Okay, so let's change that. We're going to need plenty of extra time. Plenty of time to also want to deploy that. We're starting the scan. Let me make the scan started. Stop the scan. Scan. Oh, when you deploy it, you automatically start scanning. Oh, okay, I can't put out the instrument without starting scanning. Okay, well then, we'll wait till we get to the min to go. What happened to the lights? The lights stopped. Lights stopped with the blinky blinky. Who told you to stop with the blinky blinky? Okay, now, fast forward till we get to time. Speaking of sound effects, one sound effect mod, docking port sound effect. I love the clunk and then locking down the connection on the port. It gives a good audible confirmation that you've docked. When you say if I'm going to build a ship, do you mean a ship as in like a boat? Because if you mean that, I probably am not going to do another one right now. Maybe with my next career or sandbox game I might do that, but not for this install. Yeah, you meant a boat. Okay, yeah. As I said, not for this install, this career, etc. But for another one, I'll probably do that. For example, I have an interest in doing the USI life support system. You know, with MKS. You know, where they have the colonists and technicians and the biologists and farmers and stuff like that. I'm interested in that. And I'd probably install one of the smaller boat packs to go with it, and then I'd also install the Station Science pack, so I can do science on space stations and stuff. But those mods may not work very well with Kerbalism, so I'm trying to keep my mods limited to what I know will work with Kerbalism, because I wanted to play around with Kerbalism. That was the main intent for this install, was for playing with Kerbalism. You may notice I probably could have gotten away with one battery, but I have two batteries, because Kerbalism does have parts fail over time. So I need to make sure I had a backup. Same thing with the antennas. I got two antennas because one of them may go bad, stuff like that. I would just do a tweak scale and try to cobble together something. I don't know. I found the nicest boats involve actually getting some sort of boat pack, at least for the basic shape. If you remember, I did a stream last year where I made a boat that was actually retrieving parts from landed stages. And if I remember correctly, I used a very simple boat mod, a boat parts mod, and then just tweak scaled and added a bunch of other extra bits to it. And so the boat part pack didn't do all the work, but it did do a big part of it. And then I just did the rest. Let's see. We do not have an encounter yet. Burning. Says we were going to have an encounter, but I do not see that encounter. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. We got fairly decent eccentricity. Not eccentricity. Fairly decent. Okay, and so we're going to need to circularize when we get here. Actually, you know what I will do? Not do that. I will add for sphere of influence. Happen in one day. That way I can change inclination. I think from there. I think. Let me see. Oh yeah, that'll work out really nice for changing inclination from. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Which is basically the same time. Well, nonetheless. Oh. Go back to the Space Center. For some reason I keep drawing a blank of what it's I'm going to try to say where I'm going back to. Wow, EJSA has 525 viewers during his Kerbal Space Program stream. That's a lot of viewers. I know, have I lost my mind? I'm advertising someone else's stream doing the same game. Does better content. They're gonna go over there instead. Well, as long as they have fun. And as long as I at least still have one viewer to talk to. Now, I do have that other contract I have to do that's on the ground. So, let me... that one. Oops, I don't want to launch my science rover. And I'm going to want a scientist in it. What? I don't have... I'm going to edit. I'm going to want to add Kerbal Engineer or Mech Dev or something to it. You know, I may not continue streaming to YouTube at YouTube Gaming and Mixer, because so far it seems like no one's even stopped by on those channels. I mean, I have like one person occasionally on YouTube, but they don't stick around. But Mixer, nothing. Not a single person on Mixer. Whoops. There we go. Now it actually looks like it belongs there, doesn't it? Oh. Got any new science? We have new science. No, just materials bay which will not fit on there. That's what we'll do. And hopefully Jeb didn't jump in and push Bob out of the way, because we want Bob the scientist. Oh, by the way, I do have some sound effects that can be used here on Twitch. Let's see, let me see. You remember the Water Boy? The one guy was like, "You can do it!" Stuff like that. Well, I made it so you can actually use that phrase, "You can do it!" To like cheer me on and stuff like that if you want. It's literally the letter U can do it. You can do it! I don't have to worry about copyright infringements. I actually used my own voice to make that one because I didn't want someone saying, "Oh, you're using a clip from the movie or something." I think I made a command of SFX that tells you the ones you can use. Yeah, so far I just have that sound effect. Give me an idea of any other sound effects you'd like to be able to use while I'm playing the game. Like, for example, when I start playing Minecraft again, I'll probably make sound effects of an angry ghast that someone can trigger in the middle of me playing, and so I think all of a sudden there's an angry gas going off after me, but it's not. And they're like, it's pranking me. Okay. Set that as our destination. Looks like it does not have any lights in that vehicle. Okay. The control panel set to active waypoint. Ale! And it will not go though till morning. I think I've collected all the science I can from it. Exit. And, oh, let me get off the runway so I can use an aircraft. Slow down. Slow down. So, what do you think? Do you think I should worry about copyright infringement of sound clips, or do you think that would be considered fair use for use in little things going on? I think I don't have to worry about it, but I was just a little worried, so that's why I went with it. I should probably swap that sound out for the actual sound of Rob Schneider doing that. Let me adjust. It's here. It's overlapping slightly. Okay, and let's go back. Space Center. Head to the aircraft hangar. So Jesse, are you using your phone or are you using a PC to watch my stream? Okay, and I probably wouldn't get into trouble for just little sound bites. They probably wouldn't mute those sections. Oh, on your phone, okay, because I activated an extension that when you're using a PC to watch my stream, you can actually open up the extension and you can claim rewards, like for choosing to name something in the game. You can use little games that interact with the loyalty point system and stuff like that. I don't have enough viewers for it to be really all that used, but, I figured I'd lay down the foundation, and then if more people come, then more people come. Licking the mic. No, don't lick the mic. No. You cannot give people kisses. Oh no. Not quite half either. You're 55 pounds. Not a little. There you go. That's the deaf white dog. You remember them? Let us see. I really don't know what I want to do. I just want to try out some flying. That's all I know. Let's change this one. Shorter length. Change it to tone. So that means or do I have a tail section? I can't remember if I have a tail section. I do have a tail section. But that's way too. Really too. Oh, there we go. That's a smaller one. So I don't need the modular field. I don't have much in the way of wings available. Okay, that'll allow me to go fairly slow. Let's see. Could do a blur. You know what? I don't have any plans for this. I am just randomly assembling one, figuring out what I'm going to do that after I put it. Because I really don't have a mission for it. Put in some flaps. And ailerons. Sure, these both go in the same direction. Let's go in the same direction. Not using picture. Oh, sweet. Junos. Let me go see what the Junos are. It's been a while since I played, so I don't remember what engine the Juno is. Hit engine. Junos. I think that's smaller. That's a 0.65, isn't it? That's a 0.65. Okay. Sure, we can do that. Oh, that looks terrible. That looks laughably terrible. Yeah, I could do that too. I think that's what I'm going to choose to do. After all, tanks in the middle suggested. Air intakes. Okay. I'm thinking to bring those engines in closer together. Don't want so much weight on the outside, making it have a lot of momentum and rolls. Oh, and let's change the texture of this. I actually like that better SRB tank. Make the tanks longer? As you wish. How does that? It's going to get fuel from the wings too. In fact, I can double check them. Spot. Also make sure it gets it from the body. Oh. This here. It's a tab. Okay, now for some control surfaces. Wings. I mean for the tail. Alright, I'll go. All the way over there. Go get it! Get it! I don't want me to take the Sorry, the dog's trying to play with me. Okay, let's see if we can arrange this correctly. Sorry, again, the dog was seeking my attention. How's it looking so far? Let's see. Lift, thrust, center of gravity. Lift is slightly behind the center of gravity. That's good, that's good. Thrust is a little bit off-centered, but still fairly good. And now, for the landing gear. I think I have adjustable landing. It's not showing up. No, I suppose I don't have adjustable landing gear. Oh, yes I do, right here. See.
My mind's been floating a million miles from home. Head in the clouds, I've forgotten how I'm left alone. Oh, been chasing dreams since I was young. I never stopped. Oh, if I fail, I will get back up. I get what I want. Cause I see you in my shoes, standing where I'm meant to be. Got everything, nothing to lose, so I keep living my dreams. I'll hold the ropes, I won't give up.
There we go.
Time is now, it's out my luck, it's out my luck. Oh,
Side one.
it's out my luck. It's at my luck.
Enormous. Whoops, that's looking a little weird now. Just a little bit.
My roots run deep and nothing's been wasted. It's hard to go. Oh, it's part of me. It's all I need. It's all I got. Oh, so I will fight until the end of time for what is mine. Oh,
To lower this
cause I see
craft.
you in my shoes, standing where I'm meant to be. Got everything,
Touching
nothing to lose, so I keep living my dreams. I'll hold the ropes, I won't give up. Our time is
I'm going to extend the struts on this. This way.
it's out my luck. Oh, it's out my luck.
Strut extension.
It's at my luck. 'Cause I see you.
Go nice and level. And it's behind the center of lake, so that'll make it so it actually forward. I think it's actually looking pretty good. What do you think? I think I just need to take some struts. I have struts, don't I? Yes, I do. Strut these together. That did not work. Again, that did. strut. Oh, we're going to strut it to grandparent. Okay. Same thing. We're going to strut. Oh, that's what we changed. Thanks. Strut. Grandparent. Okay. Remember the order of the lights? I think it's right is on red. Red right, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. Why is this not showing? Can't get it. Pig. Let's try this again. There we go. And I think it's green on the other side. It's no green. Oh yeah, green. And then there should be a beacon up top, but nav light. And then a beacon, amber beacon top. Got that right? Right in front. Slightly. Oh. It's off. Lights out is not quite working the way it needs to. Still getting a lot of lights. Now, if we're going to be going and flying around, let's make some use of it. Let's add some science. And put a barometer back here. Put an antenna. Put it back here. And then change angle. Like it's attached. In this line. There we go. Need to do procedural battery. Procedural battery. Procedural battery is not. Procedural parts are just not showing up in the right place. Wait, I can't go up to 1.25 for the battery? Ugh! Need a 1.25 battery. I imagine this I can change. So, I think I will do. Let's add an actual battery bank. Now we've got some charge. Even with the engine spooled down, we will still have a charge to use. Other science can we take with us? Material science. That fit there? I think that will fit there. I don't know how that's going to adjust our weights and all. It's going up. Stuff again. That does bring our center of weight back a bit, but it still looks pretty good. I mean, I might want to bring the wheels back. Not that much. That might make it hard to rotate. There we go. Add a couple of these. Is it just me, or this song is just a little bit creepy? There we go. Hey. One will be stem flaps, track flaps. We'll use 6. Dog just ran into something. I'm trying to make sure it's not something like possum. She's brought a dead, well, possum playing possum in the house before. ran off to the house. We had to go. Stop your laughing. It wasn't funny. Hey. I know if that's high enough, we need to put a ladder of some sort. I don't have an extending one, so I don't know. I hope. Okay, now to name this something. Maybe I'll call it Starling. Oh, do I have any injection modules? Something goes wrong, because the things can go wrong after launching. Have I unlocked ejection stuff? I have not unlocked parachutes. And we're gonna put a scientist on instead. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think I've got everything. Hey, we're ready to watch this. Let's see how it goes. Let me go and plug my joystick in. And knock everything off. It's gonna fix this. Hold on one second. Difficulty settings. I change controls now. So why is it's not? I have to attach the joint. Start play. Maybe it's on this way. No. Is it not? Plug it. Plug it back. And it is not wanting. I have to make sure it's plugged in before I start up Kerbal Space Program next time. Okay. What is going on? Why is it bouncing around? That is weird. Observe mystery. Why am I not able to reset it? Okay. I'm bored. Okay, I'm going to be doing this with the keyboard. I am not very good with the keyboard. Here we go. Oh, we're not going anywhere. And I just killed Bob. And that is why I usually don't fly with the key. Because now Bob is dead. Poor Bob. I killed Bob. Where's the death count? Change the death count. Oops. If I unlock this, I'll still have 50,000 heals. Okay, so I can... Oh! Let's see what I have available to unlock. Let's see. Bigger engines? No, not necessarily. Specialty engines? Maybe. Fuel ports, that could be useful in the future, but I don't think that's the first thing we want to unlock. Small RCS tank could be useful, Specialized parts. Passenger. You know, I have bots and stuff. Drone parts. I should have put a drone instead before I put somebody living on that plane, especially knowing how my planes tend to work. Now I'm out of Bob. A larger fairing. I'm not going with larger rockets just yet, so it is important to remember though. So I'm gonna have to go to the larger fairings eventually. docking ports. Use full-size docking ports that people can fit through. That'll be useful. I can eventually build a space station. Actuators. Oh, can work with, oh, what is it called again? What is the mod called? Industrial robotics? No. Anyways, whatever the, machine parts are. Magic Smoke Industries, Infernal Robotics, that's what it's called. Infernal Robotics. And the claw. Choice of more types of wings, more types of cockpits, better engine. We'll be unlocking the majority, not the majority, but many Mark II parts. And the ejection module. Tail boom, air brake, small grid fit. Start making reusable rockets that way. Some roll surfaces. Advanced landing. Oh, landing gear. Did we do that already? Did we unlock those type of landing gear? No, we did not have the folding ones unlocked. They are first of the nicely folding ones. We'll also have airbags for having rough landings. And inline balloons, but I think we may have opened that up already. Yeah, we did. Some of the smaller stuff. Anchor, more RCS options. It's better for larger groups. Command modules. Ah! The 3-person command module. That could come in handy. Might take that one. Make a choice just yet. And a 2-person lander can. Useful as well. Larger service bay. Lunar excursion module. Ah, some science parts. We got an orbital telescope. Got sub. I can do some diving. And it's also got ladders. I was just looking for ladders. Multispectral sensor. Science lab. Greenhouse. Precision engineering. Oh, we got the little AES pod, the herp pod. Larger antenna. The surface ablation laser light image. Advanced electronics. We have another thing for planets and stuff. Gorsat. Science. Solar panels. I've been needing better solar panels. I think this is the first thing I'm going to go spend my science on, is better solar panels. That will... yeah. Guess what I really... better solar panels. Hydroponics? Yes, definitely. Better solar panels. Oh, that's going to feel so much better to have better solar panels. Oh, much better, much better. Now have access to monocrop fuel cell in the... okay. Dog is acting crazy. Crazier than usual. Actually, let me exit to the main, see if I can get set up. It's not going to be a full exit, so it shouldn't take too long. To main. You know, apparently it has to be attached before you plug it in. Not attached before. I mean, it has to be plugged in before you turn on the game. I was really hoping to play with some planes a bit, but not agreeing with me. Alright, so where do I want to proceed from here? Well, I'll go back to the game for now. Oh, I am feeling like switching to mine soon. We have coming up, in one day, switching sphere of influence. Let's see, what else do we have? Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. Now that should be interesting. Work with the Kerbalism system. And we get 100,000 when we complete it. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. Alright, we have to supplies and stuff inside service bay. So first we're going to start with Mark 1 command pod. Service bay. And let's look for some supplies. Let us open this here. We got 5 days of food, 5 days of water, 5 days of oxygen. Let's see, you set it for scrubber, water recycler, monoprop fuel cell, or a scrubber. We're going to go with a scrubber. Carbon dioxide out. And pressure control cycler. Has to hold the whole 3 months tight space. So rather than having pressure control, oh, if I don't have pressure control, they can only mess for 9 months. In the suit now. Pressure control. Want the quality of our life support high because we do not want breaking down. Supplies. Is food what they need or supply? Let's see. Food stays. That's barely any food whatsoever. Oxygen. Barely make it in. Yep, barely make it in. So what? Prize tank. Oxygen. 95 days of. That's good then. Let's get a small pressure. Let's see what that. That'll last us. Oh, it's 30. Supplies, weight, water. Both. So if we set it to both, we only get 10 days of each. That would give us 76 days. gives us 10 days, or just additional 5. Okay, there. We're good for food and water. Anytime. In fact, we can reduce that. Happens over 40 days. So that gives us an extra 10 days besides what the mission requires. That's good. And the isn't going to be too bad, it's only options. But let's look at our options with that tank. That tank almost brings us to where we is small enough to fit inside of a service bay. Now we've got 5 days for just the pump. So we don't necessarily need to recover everything. It's over. Let's see. Still not. Pop some batteries in. I'd better go with smaller batteries, multiple smaller ones. Well, we've got 2 batteries there. Batteries will last for 4 hours. At a low orbit, we should come back around in time, and also would have plenty of time to recover to Earth if something goes wrong. Solar panels now. Could help with helps a little bit better to have a connection back home. Some recovery. Oh, oh. see, set that again to green. I don't think science that that's something we can, but really we're looking for long term, not just doing some experiments. We've already done Mystery Guild. We haven't done Science Junior. I could bring one of those up, but put it after the decoupler. So I'll consider that, putting it after. We also have not done a magnetometer scan. But we can do the magnetometer and the Gore sat separately on a probe that we send off to the moon. I really worry about the electrical situation, so let me go and put another set of batteries in there. Let's do 2 batteries. Food and water can be heat, so maybe we should put in 3. A day of electricity. Failed. Still full. That should be good. $40 days of oxygen. But what happens if one of I have 24 days. It's plenty of oxygen. We have to cancel a mission, but it's still plenty of oxygen. Okay. Are there any sensors or you want to bring back there? No, well, would be a loss of 3,000. Get us in that. Gentle look. And we're going to have Science Junior. What we're missing in here? Oh. Put some monopropellant in. Oh, it's a big. This one here. There should be a good amount of model propellant, right? 50. Good, good. Small CS on here. Just let it find. Oh. Put on the other battery. I have too many batteries. You run out of power, you run out of control. I'm translate. Attitude. Hey, there we go. Service manual module is complete. Oh, no, almost forgot one of the very important things. You don't need to bring it home. Slap it in. Something that I keep forgetting. Kerbal engineering part. Hey. It's here. Swivel, swivel, are you swivel? Swivel, swivel. Swivel. use about 500. It's still not going to be enough. Let's boost this up one. There we go. It's about 500. I think I've been running out so much Delta V. For some reason, I want to say it's 40 orbit, but it's been seeming to fluctuate. I must have remembered. And of course, as disaster will strike when least prepared, I do have to make sure I have a launch escape, which I had forgotten. Upside down. Oh, rocket. Have a lot. Shrink down. The size. There we go. A small escape tower. Set up port group, that's very port group will couple and activate engine. I don't really think we need any other action. Everything else was set and forget. Yeah. Oh, yes. To set 7 solars. I'll go with solars there. set 9. Getting rid of this. Couple. Looks like this mission is ready to go. Overwatch 1. That's what I want. And we'll make Valentina selected. Valentina, unlucky curl. Jump. And I think my dog lost something on. He is going nuts. She is going nuts. So give me a moment. I think this will be my last one for switching to Minecraft. And even then, a slight bit possibly switching to Minecraft. Okay, let's start this launch. Excuse me, got hiccups. Stop? What happened? The pause or something? Internet active. Yes. Hey. It's an order. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. 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 This rocket is turning out to be a little heavier than I expected. I think I may have trouble getting to orbit. Try skipping to another song and see if the music plays a little bit better. So far, we are quite well. Seems like Pretzel is having problems with its streaming music. Or my internet's acting up, one of the two. So far, so good. Got rid of our launch escape system. That's not good. Our time to apoapsis is dropping. There we go. It's rising. Trying to keep my time to apoapsis from going up. I want to keep it at about 40 seconds. Oh crud! I ran out of engines. I don't think that's gonna be enough to get you to land. Well, all these times I've made it into orbit with way too much delta V, this time I came up horribly short. Oh, the coastal hawk. Hopefully this does not result in a death. It is a failure, so I will increment my failure count. I'm going to redesign this rocket and try launching it again. I'm not going to accept the defeat so easily. Why did I have enough money? Do I have this again? fast forward. Sorry, Valentine. It's like you are not going to be in orbit for 30 days. And let's recover the vessel. Hello to whoever is watching. Bitch, how are you? Hey? I was just trying to launch a rocket to enter orbit and survive 30 days, but after having several satellite launches, way too much Delta V for the job. This one was underpowered for its job. Make a new rocket with a better design. So much for disappeared. Just going to look to see who they were to say hello to the person. And add some boosters. Actually, do we need to add boosters? Oh yeah, it's for under definitely need boosters. Besides, it's Kerbal Space Program. Have an issue? Solution is always more boosters. And yes, that means even if you're going too fast, yes, the solution is still more boosters. Just more boosters in the other direction. Sphere? Oh, that's what. Way too much. There we go. 1.4. Oh yeah, that should definitely. 2. It worked for you. You're recovering death experience. Alright, let's go. Auto pass and okay, let's start. Third. Turn down the throttle. Press to wait. 2. Going well so far. So far, so good. I think we'll bring it up to 100,000. Almost there at 100, magic 100,000. if we can get a crew report from them. Nothing new to give. Almost to 100,000. There we go. We're nearly at 100. We're just slightly over 100,000, and we're almost circularized too. It's pretty good. Add maneuver. At apoapsis. Shouldn't take much to finish circularization. Switch to venting by 1. Go. Take 66. 66 delta V. I forgot to turn off SAS only. So RCS.
I'm taking it all in, baby. It's breathtaking looking at you. You give me something to think on, baby.
Go.
There's nothing better than being with you.
And we'll now deploy our solar system. 6. I'll do it manually. Extend solar. Solar. One's occluded by the vessel. Oh yeah, because the sun's on that side. This one, very little charge because of the angle of the distant sun, but I'm getting some power for it. It's good. Go. We go. Exposure to the sun. Up here. Observe material. Apparently we did one of these up here already. I think we did. Just check. Report. Nothing new here. Multiple stages here. It's these doors. We don't have it with us for setting that. Since I would have to restart in order, it's actually I'm interested. I think I will call it a night, at least for Kerbals. I might restart later with Minecraft, but for Kerbals, that's it for tonight. Hope you